movement. Tonight for our Woman in Business, we have Mary Bentley of Bentley Plastics. So Mary Bentley of Bentley Plastics, she has great plastic products, great plastic cups, and she's also running for office in the great state of Arkansas. Yeah, Mary. And so she's also our daily dose of Made USA Politics. And then coming up also, we have Josh Miller from Charleston, West Virginia, who is working on his Made USA film, Made USA, the 30-day journey. And you can check out Josh at USA30, that's the number 30, days.com, USA30days.com. And then also, so the important thing about Josh, so Josh Miller is working on his movie, so if there's anyone out there that wants to call in and ask Josh questions, let's get the dialogue started, because Josh is going to be traveling around this great country of ours and asking people what Made in the USA means to them. So let's get some people calling in and let's answer that question. What does Made in the USA mean to you? And then I just wanted to point out also that we have a new theme song for Crafted with Pride, Made USA, and this is a great song, Watching America Idol, and pretty soon I think Frank Rowdy. Frank, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, and so is there a link up on Internet Radio America for Crafted with Pride that people can click on and listen to? I
will get one up there.
Well, get one up there. Okay, good. So I sure hope that Joe is listening and Curtis Lynn Cook. These guys, boy, they're really something else. They're musicians. They're hardworking guys. They have their own business, and as everyone knows, the music business doesn't make you any money until you reach the top. So these guys are doing it, a lot for the love of this country and the love of creating jobs in the USA and just really doing it from the bottom of their hearts. And that's what we really need in this country is for people, if you're thinking about Made in the USA, then please start a conversation. Start a conversation about Made in the USA and really what it means, and talk about the good old days. And, Frank, it's funny because actually most of the manufacturing has left the United States in the last 10 years. So when people are talking about the good old days, I mean, they're talking about 2000 and 2002. So really, we've watched these jobs leave the country, being siphoned off over the last, 10 or 12 years. And, I really want people to think about that because I can't help but really believe that it's just in some way our fault. It's our fault that these jobs left the country because really we were looking for, we want to try to stretch our dollar and make it go faster or stretch farther. And so in making these short-term gain decisions, we've priced ourselves out of the market. So, now we go to the store and if the shirt's over $10, we can't afford it. And, I just want everybody to think back to the clothes that they used to love. I know there's men in my life who've had the same, I'm not sure if they still wear them or not, but they've kept jeans from 20 years ago, and they say that those are just the best jeans and they're never going to wear out, and think about those thick T-shirts that we used to have, there's a website, heavyt-shirts.com or heavytees.com, and that's what they do is they've brought back that T-shirt that you could wash 10,000 times, and it's still comfortable and soft, and made in the USA made in the USA cotton. So there's products that we could be proud of, and that's what we need to do. Is we need to start telling stores, hey, you know what? I know it's not going to change overnight, but please, at least attempt. Please, can you just try to have a Made in the USA section? Can we have Made in the USA socks? Can we have Made in the USA socks? Can we? Made in the USA socks. They come out of Cooper's Hosiery in Alabama, the sock capital of the world, and they're readily available. And if there's any store owners out there that want to carry Made in the USA socks, my name is Liz Havlin. I have an organization called WearUSA.org, and we can source you up. All right, dun 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 dun. Welcome to Craft with Pride, Made in the USA. You're live on the air.
Great. How are you doing tonight, Liz?
Good. Is this Mary?
Yes, this is Mary.
Mary Bentley. So Mary Bentley from Bentley Plastics. And what do you make over there at Bentley Plastics?
We make a product called Bentley Drinkware. Plastic tumblers, pitchers, trays, plates, and bowls.
Awesome. And for how long have you been doing that?
our business has been in existence since 1983. We started manufacturing Bentley Drinkware in 2004.
That's fantastic. And so Bentley Plastics has been there since 1983. And so what was the catalyst that started the drinkware?
Well, we've been manufacturing different products for other customers, custom molding for different products in our area, and we were looking for a product that we could manufacture and sell directly to stores to increase our profit margin so we could continue to be in business. We just saw this product, liked it, realized that some other people that were doing it were no longer going to be doing it, so we started creating it in 2004.
Awesome. And so you saw a need out there for Made in the USA plastic drinkware, and you filled it, and that's amazing. And so can you tell us, how many stores are you in right now?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000 stores. My goodness. All right, so it's possible to go from manufacturing and just distribute it yourself right to the stores, isn't it?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep, with the right marketing it is.
Mm-hmm. So what was let me think. So what was the hardest thing about getting your product in front of the store owners?
Well, jumping the big hurdle of investing and being in different gift shows. We attend gift markets in Atlanta and Dallas, and so getting into those gift shows and getting in the right position in those gift shows that you're seeing, because there's thousands and thousands of vendors there, so getting yourself in a good position to be seen. We also hired some independent sales reps that go door to door to stores across the country. So that was another avenue that we went with.
Mm-hmm. So give me an example of a major retail chain where someone could go in and look for your drinkware. And is it your brand? Is it Bentley? Is that what it says on the package?
It's Bentley. It's Bentley Drinkware, and you're not going to find it in any major chain at all. We don't sell to any big box accounts. We sell only to small independent gift stores across the country. Interesting.
And so is that model, is that working for you?
It's working very well for us. Most of the large chain stores, say a Target or a Bed Bath & Beyond or something like that, would want a huge discount, which if anybody else manufactures American products understands that a 40% discount is not going to happen. We don't have that kind of a profit margin in there at all.
So a 40% discount? Are they out of their minds? If you import product,
you can do that. Yeah, if you import product from China, you can do that. So it shows you what the markup is for things that are being imported from China and what we're having to compete with here as an American-made manufacturer. It's a huge thing to overcome. But we have found, just to make a real connection with the independent store owners here, we work very hard to keep our relationship with them well, do all that we can to make our product as available as we can, and keep the price as low as we possibly can so that they can make a profit as well. So it's a team effort with us and the small store owners across the country.
It sure is a team effort. It's called teamwork, and I'm just so glad to hear you talk about that, because and we all just just need to reach out and look at one another and go, okay, what small store owner that we know would maybe want to carry this? We're in this together. So if you know a small store owner, definitely get them on the horn. And then what's your website address, Mary?
BentleyDrinkware.com.
BentleyDrinkware.com. So if a store owner wants to carry your drinkware, so what would they do?
They can go online, catch my phone number, and give me a call. We're small company. Just call and talk to Mary Bentley on the phone, and we do try to, I don't want every store in every town to carry it, so we do limit the number of stores that we have in a town, but you can call. We can hook you up with a sales rep in that area and find out if there's anybody right next door, if you're, it's wide open for you to have. So, like I said, we really work as a team effort, so we're not trying to hurt our store owners there. So,
and that's so interesting, because I don't know of any other company, well, except for me and other small businesses, but where you can call the phone number and you'll get the owner of the company, and they'll do the best they can to help you. And I think that's only small business. And so like when I'm driving around and looking at huge box stores, I'm not going to name any names because we're not name callers here, but all these big box stores, and they're full of cars. You know, and I'm thinking about all those people with their kids and their, you know, and everybody's unhappy and they're going from aisle to aisle. And remember, like when shopping used to be a pleasure, you know, where you might go and browse, you know, where you might go and browse. And so, you know, so give me an example of a store. Let's see, let's pick a state. Do you have any stores in South Carolina that carry Bentley Drinkware?
We do. Number of different stores in South Carolina. I don't have my customer list right in front of me, but I know different resort areas on the coast that have some. All throughout South Carolina we carry. And we do a great deal of business with people that say, want to go in, you're getting a bridal gift, they'll do bridal registry and different things like that still. So we do a lot of bridal registry stores or a kitchen store, or we do a great deal of collegiate items, so a little sports store that would carry collegiate items and SEC. We do those as well.
That's amazing. Okay, so you know, let's back up a little bit. So then, not only are you a business owner and you have products and you're in thousands, you're in over 1,000 stores and you're a super busy lady. And so then, what made you want to? Well, first, tell us which office you're running for and what state. Just tell us all about that.
Okay. Well, I'm running for a state representative in District 73 in Perry County, where I live. Perry and Yale counties, it's in central Arkansas, running for state representative because I want small businesses to be represented in the legislature. I think it's vitally important that they have the perspective of small business owner in our state legislature. I think it would be a huge asset. So as a mom and as a business owner, I think it's really important to step up to the bat and help out our legislature in understanding what's going on and what needs we have and how we can make our state better and do a better job of attracting other small businesses.
Mm-hmm. Because really, it might be about, because people they're spending billions of dollars to attract a huge company to come in and make like 1,200 jobs. And I'm telling you, there is no kind of math out there. I don't care if it's new math or old math or fractions or algebra. There is nothing that tells me if you spend millions and billions of dollars to create 1,200 jobs, it's just never worth it. Where the small businesses, I mean, they create over 50% of all new jobs every year.
Certainly.
Hey, Liz, also on InternetRadioAmerica.com, I actually put a link at the top of the page for Bentley Drinkware, so they can just click on and go right to the website if they want.
Because we're like that. We're helpful.
Awesome.
Yay!
We're interactive.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank.
Right, cool deal.
Frank. Yeah, so that like mysterious voice in the sky, that's Frank. And, and Frank has Internet Radio America, and he woke up one day and hit his head and said, I'm going to have an internet radio stations. And so he built this with some partners, and they just started creating shows and making an audience. And then, it was his idea to start a Made in the USA show, and he's just been wonderful in collecting and connecting everybody together, and then we all have our own Made in the USA connections. So I'm just really happy, Mary, that you came on and are sharing with us. So tell us, how are you going to create jobs in Arkansas?
Well, the first thing we need to do is totally restructure the tax code here in Arkansas. Because like you were saying, we think about the big jobs. So sometimes in our state we have this fund that gives millions of dollars to get the big job here, but it's not affecting the whole state. So I want to revamp all that and let us make the tax code fair across the whole state and lower the tax code so that someone like me can afford to stay in business, because unfortunately our taxes here in Arkansas for small business have just gone up and up every year. My payroll taxes have tripled in the past 3 years. So there's just a lot of area there that we can make the tax code fair for everyone. That's going to be the first thing that we're going to have to do is address that situation. And I want to understand that when I have a small business here, I think the reason I want to go is for them to understand not only do I hire the people here that work on my business, but I buy my boxes right here from a local business. I'm providing more jobs there. We make sure that we buy American-made plastics, so I'm helping companies here in America. So it's just like a domino effect. So if we can get more manufacturers here, then we can get more and more business here, which provides more and more jobs. It's just a real domino effect. I think most people don't understand this. I think it's me being there and explaining how it all can work together and how we need to attract manufacturers here. Because Arkansas used to be a big manufacturing state, but unfortunately a lot of those have gone to Mexico and other places because we've ignored the small businesses and the manufacturers. So that's why.
Yes, and it's really interesting. It's really interesting what you just said, because small businesses, not only do they create jobs by hiring people, but they also create jobs by the very, by their very purchasing. At like they need local boxes and they need to buy this and they ship and so small businesses create jobs. I mean, on both ends, and so I just really appreciate that you're out there and that you're running for office and you have a small business, and I'm just really excited for you to call in, and just keep us updated on what you're doing, how your campaign is going. We put the link to the to a Bentley Drinkware up on the website, and we'd love to just know how you're doing and how we can help you in your campaign.
Well, great. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be on here and just speak. I'm really excited about this. It's a huge thing, and I think more and more people across the country are waking up and realizing what they can do by buying American-made products.
Yeah. All right, hey Mary, we have Josh Miller here with us, so I'm going to say goodbye to Mary. Hey Josh, turn off your browser if you can.
Sorry.
That's all right.
All right. Have a great evening. Bye, Liz.
All right. Thank you, Mary. Good night. Dun dun dun.
Sorry.
Josh Miller, how are you this evening, sir?
Pretty good. How are you? Sorry about that. Did I call in too early?
No, you called in perfect. It's just like when you call in, then turn off your browser because we get a little feedback. But we're just happy to see you, and you're going to start being in the middle of our show, so you can start telling us how the Made in the USA journey is. And so, if you're just joining us, I'm Liz Havlin on Craft with Pride, Made in the USA, and I have with me Josh Miller. And Josh, why don't you introduce yourself?
Like I said, my name's Josh Miller. I'm working on a film right now called Made in the USA, the 30-day journey. I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, and my film involves me traveling around the country, living off only USA-made products for 30 days as I travel the country and talk with small businesses, politicians, economists, historians, just to kind of get the feel of what Made in the USA really means to people anymore. And I just think it'll be interesting to find out if it really does mean anything anymore. I've been talking to a lot of different people and kind of got mixed results lately, but I'm still pushing for this. I think it's a very important topic that we need to address.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so as far as Made in the USA goes, and so who are the people that you really want to watch your film?
Well, I think right now the middle class average worker, just like myself, that goes to work 40 hours a week. We don't make a lot of money, but we're out there, we're busting our butts every day. I think that it affects us. And also, I didn't catch the name of who you had on before, but people that own small businesses, those are the type of people that want to see this, because those are the people right now that are really pushing the Made in the USA products right now. The small businesses are swarming, to my website and emailing me every day, and it's really been an honor. I mean, I've had people say, you're becoming the face of the movement, and a hero, icon, patriot. That means a lot to me. It's starting to put a little pressure on me. I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little nervous. But it shows that things are moving along well. And we obviously hit our goal on Indiegogo. Our goal was $5,000. We're already at $5,600, almost $5,700.
Woo! Go
we
USA!
Still have 12 days to go.
Good. Go USA!
Yeah, exactly. People are coming together. This hasn't really become a viral movement yet. I'm really starting to push more advertising and marketing out there. But I really think once people understand that I'm not out here to villainize anybody, I just want to know why we're not trying to reinvest in our country and buy more stuff here. Because like we talked about the last show, if we're more self-reliant, we're a more independent nation, and we don't have to wonder, what's going on overseas, what's going to affect gas prices today. We talked a lot about that there last time, and I just think it's very important that we start looking inward to our country, because if we don't take care of our country, we can't take care of the rest of the world.
Hey,
so that's kind of my input on that.
Hey, Josh. Hey, we got a caller here. All right, hi. This is Liz Havlin. You're live on the air with Crafted Pride, Made in the USA.
Hi, Liz. This is Kim Provost from Brevard, North Carolina.
Hi, Kim. So, Kim, Josh,
Yes.
Kim. So, Kim was on last week with her Made in the USA store. And we are going to go to a break here in just a minute. But Kim's called in Josh to ask you some questions about your movie.
Sure thing. I'll do my best to answer them.
Hi, Josh. Well,
How are you?
the first thing I wanted to say, I'm just doing fantastic. I'm getting ready to open my Made in USA store.
Great.
And I want you to travel through North Carolina so you can see it.
We actually are supposed to be in Charlotte in May, so, we're going to be around the area. Like I said, I'm taking in a lot of phone calls and emails, people trying to get me to go to different parts of the country. I'll tell you what, if I can get to where you're at, I will. I'll do my best.
Hey, guys, hold on here a second. Hold on. So, so we're getting ready to go to a break, and I got Josh Miller and Kim Provost on, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Internet Radio America, the radio revolution.
100% natural nutraceutical supplements created to help you with your personal health goals. Our products will help you achieve them. We've created over 150 supplements from amino acids, sports nutrition, fat burners, organics, joint health, protein powder, protein bars, and many more. FH, creating a healthier you. Come visit us on the web at www.f-h.co. That's www.f-h.co.
Wednesday night on Internet Radio America. It's Beans and Apples. It's all about New York and Boston. Sox and Rowdy host the show, Beans and Apples. It's about the sports. It's about the culture. It's about the fans. It's about New York and Boston. It's Beans and Apples. Every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on Internet Radio America. It's time we made some noise, America. Introducing thegroupit.com. The American-made Group It, where American manufacturers unite and Americans rally behind them. We're coming back, America. Introducing thegroupit.com and its new section, American-made.
You're listening to Internet Radio America, the radio revolution.
I'm a working man.
Let's get back to Liz Havlin, Crafted with Pride on Internet Radio America.
Got a job. I'm not
Good evening,
begging
America.
for a
If you
handout.
just joined us for Craft with Pride, Made in the
I ain't
USA.
looking
We are
to
on the
get
air
robbed.
with Josh Miller, and he's working on his Made in the USA film. And we also have Kim Provost, and Kim has a Made in the USA store. Yes, a Made in the USA store. You can actually walk into the store and see over 2,000 square feet of glorious Made in the USA stuff. So, all right, so we'll just get back to Kim. Kim, what was your last question?
My last question was, I was wondering if Josh had done this earlier at all, or had this interest earlier, if he's found a change in Americans' attitudes toward this. I know in my own store, now that I'm open 6 years, people are coming in because they're excited about Made in America products. And I'm just wanting to see if he's seen that on his travels for his movie.
Well, just from the development stage of our film and the sheer amount of businesses that have contacted me and friends and friends of friends, I have seen a big difference. I mean, you even see the presidential candidates talking about it, and our own President of the United States. I mean, President Obama is actually talking about it as well. So I think, when times are tough and, our backs are against the wall, I think people are starting to look inward and seeing what we can do to put people back to work. And, the common answer is, we start making things again. We go to the mall and we look around, and I guarantee you 90% of the stuff, I can't guarantee it, but I'm pretty certain that 90% of the stuff in the mall probably isn't even from this country. So, yes, I have seen a major difference. And, people were emailing me every day, thanking me for getting ready to start this film. And, I'm excited about it. And I think that this film will make a difference, but also, the people. The people are going to be the ones that make the difference. And yes, we have really seen a great amount of support, and I keep seeing change every day. My Twitter following is growing, my Facebook fan page is growing, the website is getting a lot more hits. It's just we got to do it one piece at a time. I think the movement's starting to really take hold now because people are struggling so bad that they want something they want to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think that this could be it.
Exactly. So like this
moving forward.
Well, Made in the USA, it is a light at the end of the tunnel, and this time it's not a train. I mean, people, it's like when I think of Made in the USA and America and the United States of America and how proud we are, I mean, really, the United States is a dream factory. It's a place you can come, and with just barely any effort, you can, carve out an existence for yourself, and it's a beautiful place, and there's so much opportunity here. And I think as Americans, we might have gotten a little fat and lazy. I think that we've gotten a little used to being able just to go out and, buy something at the dollar store, so we can buy 37 things for $37, and that's fantastic, but it's really hurting our economy. So, hey, Kim, can you tell us really quick, Kim, so Kim, how did you what was your introduction into the Made in the USA movement?
My heart.
Mm-hmm.
6 years ago, it's what I wanted to do, and it was so hard for me to find an American-made product. Mm-hmm. And now I've found them. I know where to look. They're out there. Just like your last guest, I am definitely calling her and getting some Bentley glassware Bentley drinkware in my store, because it's all these small entrepreneurs, small businesses that we want to support. Mm-hmm. And when I hear more and more businesses, I just get all excited.
So Josh, so now he's from the film, fashion, art category. He's like, I know that something needs to happen, and I know that I'm, like the one who needs to do it. So Josh, tell us what you did before, tell us like what you used to do as a professional career.
Okay. Well, most of my life was, I'm 26 years old right now, getting ready to turn 27 in April. My life consisted of all baseball. And my whole life, I was an athlete. I wanted to be pre-med, wanted to become a doctor. I became pretty good at baseball, and I played 4 years of college baseball, and then I played about a year and a half of independent professional baseball. My shoulder gave out, and that career was pretty much over. And after that, I actually went to, what I'm currently doing until I take off is I work for the state government. I do purchasing and contracts. And, that's, a lot of people don't know that. I haven't really let it out there, but, when I can't really say much about all of that stuff, but I also noticed a trend when I was doing that as well. What Kim said is, right now, when she sees a change in people wanting to buy American-made stuff, and she knows where that stuff is, and that's kind of what this film does. It's going to make people aware that stuff is out there. We need to use our resources to find that. I hear everybody say, why would I go on the Internet and go to 10 different websites and buy 10 different things if I can just go to Walmart and buy it? And those are common questions that you're going to hear. And, maybe there's not a definitive answer. Say, listen, you're doing this for your country. The whole thing on CNN or Fox, whatever it was, where it said if you spend $64 on American-made products, you create 200,000 jobs. If everybody in America does that, people want to see tangible solutions. If I just come out and say, everybody buy American, I just don't think it has an effective message. I want to tell people why you should. Just don't tell someone to do something. You got to show them. They want tangible, ideas, and they want to see how they can help. Just don't tell someone, and that's kind of what this film is about. We can't just tell people to do something. We got to show them the benefits of doing it.
And that's interesting, like how we have to do that, but that's really like what it's come down to, because, here's like this little Made in the USA movement, and we're small, but we're mighty. I mean, I really believe in every state there's this little army of Made in the USA people, and we're all working towards the same goal, and eventually we're all going to know each other and be able to say, okay, look, the government's not going to do it. No one's going to do it for us. We have to do it for ourselves. And so part of that is trying to compete in the media, like internet radio, we're not, Internet Radio America, we're not contaminated by outside advertising. It's all made in the USA stuff. You're not going to hear lies and, cheating on here. We don't care who's sleeping with who or who got married. We don't care, And then as far as your movie goes, you're out there digging and seeing what's out there made in the USA and what it means to people, but you're not taking some big money contract that's going to, sponsor some big company. You're doing your movie because, it's a conversation that we need to have.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there's no big company, behind me for this. And what I'm really doing is this grassroots movement thing is really working well. And it's really hard, like you said, when you're a small group here. We have little groups in each state, and that's kind of what this is what I wanted to do. I told you probably the first or second show, we're the United States for a reason. And I think that this film, I hope to at least unite those groups and get us all together. I mean, I understand even when we have Made in USA, we're going to have competition between USA businesses as well. I already see it. That's a good thing. But I'd rather them be competing than us, trying to compete overseas. And we just need to find a way, like the lady that talked before, she was talking about tax codes.
Mary Bentley.
How can we we need to take a look at tax codes. So really, where are we taxed too much, or what steps do we need to take? I'm not an expert. That's what I want people to realize. I'm out here to try to find answers, just like everybody else, except I'm making a film out of it because I want everybody else to see that. And that's the whole goal of this. I want to explore all these different, scenarios about tax code and labor and, what do we need to do to be a strong foundation and a strong country again. And we just need to do whatever it takes because it's our country that's at stake.
Well, and
we don't have anything.
It's intel because we're fighting a war, and we're fighting a ground war that's invisible because we ignore it. So if you're not into the Made in USA movement, you're completely unaware, and you don't care where your clothes are made, and you buy whatever you want at the store. It's like, and then as you become aware, then you become part of the movement without even realizing it, that you're really...
Yeah. I'll give you a great example, and I have to bring this up. I laugh every time I tell it, but it's funny, and then again, it's not. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I said, what do you do? He said he was interested in my film, and he said, I asked him, what do you do to support, the American-made movement? Because he said he liked what I was doing. And he said, I do support it. He said, when I go to the mall, he goes, I do my best to buy. I go to American Eagle and buy something every time I go. And, I know it's funny, but people, I don't think people don't want to buy American. I think if I go on the street, when I do my interviews and ask people, do you prefer to buy a Made in the USA product? They would say yes.
Of course they do. Yeah, of course they do.
A lot of the concerns are price, and I hope to debunk a lot of those myths because there's still some reasonable priced products here in this country.
Well, let's ask our Made in the USA store expert. Okay, Kim, you've been in business for 6 years with your Made in the USA store. So tell us, are Made in the USA products and apparel, is it reasonable?
Well, let me tell you, I think that the American-made products that I have in my shop are extraordinary products. I wouldn't have them in there if I didn't believe in them. And I will have, at first, when somebody comes in the store, they might complain about a price of, let's say, a blown glass pendant, a necklace, where you could probably pick up a Chinese stamped-out piece of glass for $7 or $8. And the second you put it on a leather strap around your neck and you leave the store and you leave the city, it breaks.
Exactly.
The problem is on the forefront, an American-made product might seem a little bit more expensive. To me, really not significantly. I mean, you can see and feel and touch the difference in the quality. But you're only going to have to buy one because they don't break, they don't fall apart, they're not cheap, they're done with pride. And every artist that I have in my shop, they stack every single one of their products. Like lifetime guarantees. I mean, where do you get that?
Well, and then how we used to shop was we used to go into a store and we'd browse. We'd spend time in the store, right? And so in Kim's store, because I've been in there, I want everything that's in there. So as soon as I'm rich, I'm going to buy the whole store. But you walk in there, and it's a different experience because it's merchandised in a way where you can really look at things. It's not bright lights and fluorescent and hurry up and throw it all in your cart and go. It's like you pick things up, and everything's made in the USA. And first you're just amazed it's all made in the USA. And then you start picking things up, and you look at the jewelry, and you pick up, like, throw pillows and towels and coffee mugs, and then you just, like, the feeling about the product is completely different. Like, whenever I go shopping and I got to hurry up and buy a bunch of stuff and get out, it never feels good. But, like, when you buy something like this coffee cup, you can hold it, and then you will always feel good drinking coffee out of that cup, and you'll probably never drink out of any other cup. So you have to buy one, right? You don't have to buy 20. Just buy one.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't have to feel bad about contaminating your family with anything.
Right.
If they're American-made, they've got to follow all the restrictions, which is one of the reasons that some of the American-made products are a little bit more expensive is because we follow the safety rules. And I think you can buy with confidence an American-made product.
Yeah, and made in the USA is quality over quantity, quality is what made in the USA really is, and we got to understand. We have to look at the mindset of the American consumer as well. It's just we have been programmed and hit by advertising through groups that can afford to spend millions and billions of dollars worth of advertising. You see, it's on sale, it's this, and this. We have just become the society of convenience almost. Everything has to be instant now. It's never, let's say, I think I was telling you about a table that I bought. I can't remember what store I bought, and it was a long time ago. And it broke, like, over the first year. My chairs broke and everything. And it was made overseas. And if you take the time and find a quality product made here, it might last you 25, it might even last you a lifetime, like table and chair set. But people will go out and buy 3 or 4 and think, after they break, and think they're saving in the long run. It's just like clothes, too. Some of these clothes you buy just fall apart. And, there are some exceptions. Every foreign product made outside of, every foreign product's not terrible. That's not, we can't say that. But,
no, of course not.
Yeah, we've got to trade with countries. That's not the point of the film either. I'm just saying we have to start taking care of ourselves and putting people back to work.
Right.
We need to find a way to do that, whether it's tax code or look at whatever we need to do. We need to start reinvesting in our country however we can and help out businesses, like Kim's.
Well, there is a denim factory. It's my favorite store in the world. I know you all have heard like 20 times, but I'm going to tell it again. So there is a place in South Carolina called Liberty, South Carolina, and there's a denim plant there that has been there since 1901. And we are trying to save that denim factory, and how we're doing it is the guy that owned it for the last 11 years, that needed a roof 11 years ago, and he didn't put a roof on it, so it's a poor old 3-story, a beautiful brick building. It's leaking. The equipment needs to be fixed. And right now, it's in bankruptcy. And so we're waiting for it to come out of bankruptcy and see what happens. But, that's an example of, we should save that denim factory. And no, maybe it can't make enough blue jeans for the whole entire world, but it can certainly make blue jeans and make overalls and make some jobs. There's no reason why it can't.
Yeah, exactly. We just got to do whatever we can to start spurring, small business and job growth in here. We just need to change. It's really hard to change the fundamentals of the way people think. We've been programmed for convenience now. Everything we do.
But how long? So for the last 10 years, it's been especially bad with advertising and everything. So what would you suggest to people? Say, okay, you just feel like you want to get involved in the Made USA movement. What would you suggest they do, Josh?
I would say, we should.
You're listening to Internet Radio America, the radio revolution.
100% natural nutraceutical supplements created to help you with your personal health goals. Our products will help you achieve them. We've created over 150 supplements, from amino acids, sports nutrition, fat burners, organics, joint health, protein powder, protein bars, and many more. FH, creating a healthier you. Come visit us on the web at www.f-h.co. That's www.f-h.co.
Hi, my name is Adrian Williams. I host a radio show on Internet Radio America called What's With America. Our 60-minute show examines important political, social issues and ideas in plain and simple terms that avoid party politics and cowardice talking points, giving you and your opinions an opportunity to compete against the controlling noise of corporate-driven media. Join the conversations Mondays at noon on Internet Radio America.
With over 75 years of combined management expertise, Infinity Mortgage has the keen ability to identify the needs of all borrowers and tailor the loan that best fits your particular situation. Infinity Mortgage Company strives to make your entire loan process a positive experience. If you're thinking about refinancing or buying a home and you simply need help with your mortgage payment, call 1-800-487-5010. Speak with a licensed mortgage originator today. Infinity Mortgage Company, 1-800-487-5010.
I'm a working man, but I don't got a job.
Let's get back to Crafted with Pride. Liz Havlin on Internet Radio America, made in the USA.
Looking to get rocked.
Good evening, America. If you're just joining us, I'm Liz Havlin with Crafted with Pride, made in the USA. And it's a great show tonight. I'm here with, earlier we had Mary Bentley from Bentley Drinkware in Arkansas. And then right now we have Kim Provost from Hunters and Gatherers. It's a Made in the USA store in Brevard, North Carolina. And we have Josh Miller. And Josh Miller's making a film. He's making a film that's going to start here pretty soon about Made in the USA and what does it mean to us. So, Josh, continue.
Well, I was going to tell another way that we can kind of promote the Made in the USA. Email your senators and your congressmen and the president. Talk to these presidential candidates. Social media has changed the way we can do things. Mm-hmm. And I just think we have to push really, really hard to get the message out there. If you do it, if we get enough people behind this, it will change the way people look at this, and they'll start taking it very seriously. You are seeing a change right now in what they're talking about in the campaign debates or the presidential debates, and like I said, even the president speaking about Made in the USA now, insourcing jobs. So it doesn't always take money to do it, but if you can contribute to a Made in the USA Foundation or contribute to our film at USA30days.com, we still have, I think, 12 days left on our Indiegogo campaign. Yeah. You can make a difference, and your voice matters.
Well, like my uncle used to say to my aunt, it's like, who needs advertising when we have your big fat mouth? No, he didn't say that, but, word of mouth is how it gets out there. And speaking of word of mouth, we have Mark Reasbeck, and he's CEO of USAonly.us, and Mark couldn't be with us, last week due to a family situation, but we're sure glad you're here now, Mark.
Hey, Liz. Here I am in beautiful, humid Florida.
Yeah. So
I've been listening to the program, and Josh has pretty much nailed it about, going out of your way to find the American products, and that's why my website will bring people 1,000 different avenues for finding American-made products that you won't find normally in a regular big box store.
Mm-hmm. All right, really so then tell us. He does have a great website, and Mark has all the mom and pops, and he calls them all on the phone. Well, why don't you tell him, Mark? Tell him what you do.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, you're still there?
Yes, sir, I'm still here.
All right, good to hear you. Yeah, when I started this, I focused was on the mom and pops and the small to medium companies because they're looking for an outlet to get national exposure. I mean, if you're General Motors or Kelvinator or any kind of big Kelvinator, I can't believe I said that word. I meant Kenmore. Wow, I just gave away my age. Yeah. Anyway, those people are, their marketing budgets are bigger than most companies, but the mom and pops are the backbone of the economy, and they need exposure to bring people customers from across the country because most people are shopping on the internet, and you can sit at your desk. You don't burn up $4 gas. You can pick out American-made products, click, pay, wait a couple days, and it's at your house. And you've actually supported an American-made business. Your money never left the country. And that's the goal that I want to do, because studies have shown that they've tracked money through small towns with Chamber of Commerce, and it'll travel through the town 7 times before it leaves.
That's
and if
amazing.
we did that if we did that on a national basis, we'd be out of this mess.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Well, and then Kim with her, Made in USA store. So Kim, chime on in there, say something.
Hi. Yes, Mark, I actually went onto your website and registered my shop. And my shop sells all USA-made products on my website. But the difference is that I represent a lot of different local artists and handcrafters versus representing the company that manufactures a product. And so I'm kind of the same as Mark, but on a smaller scale. And
well, you're also brick and mortar, where people can walk in and pick it off the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And when you talk about, the changes that an individual can make in this Made in USA movement, the first thing that a person can do is buy as local as possible. They say, put your money where your house is, and try to purchase locally. And whenever you go to those retail stores, make sure you tell the person at the shop, boy, I wish you had more USA-made products.
Mm-hmm.
And with every dollar that you make a purchase with, it is telling the owner of that retail shop that that's what you want. You're going to support the Made in USA products. So even if you're not feeling like you can call congressmen or you don't feel real empowered to do things like that, your dollar is a vote every time for America.
Hey, can I ask a question? So I just want to ask a question. So I wonder what's so different about us that we feel driven by the Made in the USA movement. Like, we're driving it, but it's driving us, And why is it, like, me as a single person, I can drive 50 people towards Made in the USA, but what is it about us that's different, you think, than everybody else who's just sitting out there just not even aware?
Well, I'll take a shot at it. America has become a microwave society. They want it now. My parents saved money for a house, saved money for a car, saved money for their first color TV. They had a plan. My mom didn't work, and somehow we had all the necessities of life. But today, we just take a credit card, we pull it out, we take what we want, we get what we want, and we don't make an investment anymore because everything is throwaway. You buy a TV, can you expect in 3 or 4 years if something goes wrong with it that you call a TV repairman? Do they even exist? So everything's designed to be throwaway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other thing I think is that we are, the population of America has been driven by commercials. I mean, when have you ever seen a commercial say, we sell things at regular price? Everything is about the cheapest possible place you can possibly find this product. And so to be able to compete with that media competition and it being drilled in people's heads, the only thing you should buy is stuff that's on sale and the cheapest and the cheapest and the cheapest. We've driven our economy that way because that's what we've bought. We've bought the cheapest of the cheap. Now we've got to get back to buying quality products.
I actually heard a commercial about a year ago where the guy was talking about discounting the televisions, and he said the $2,500 TV is now 10% off. And he went in with the commercial and explained how much of a savings that would be to a person. I mean, we can't even figure out our discounts anymore without someone telling us how much we're going to save. But there's also another commercial where I've heard a man say, "Hey, these are $5 a piece, or 2 for $10." There's going to be people that go, "Wow, 2 for $10, that's a pretty good deal."
Oh, gosh. Just ridiculous. You know, and we've done it to ourselves. And so, I mean, I just find it's my personal responsibility. And also, too, here's like what I find is I will start conversations in line with everybody. It's like my goal. If I'm standing there and you make eye contact, oh, boy, howdy, here it comes. You know, but I'm nice about it. But I really want people to be aware. And so as one person, if I reach 10 people a day and they reach 10 people a day and then we're all selling Avon, then we're going to get rich. But, you know, I just really feel like that even as one person, you feel like you can't do anything. You're like, oh, I can't buy Made in the USA. I don't have any money. Okay, that's okay. So then why don't you, the next time you're in the grocery store, why don't you fill out a comment card, and because they do want your opinion, and so why don't you say something? Say, you know, in my opinion, I think you should have some Made in the USA something. So even if you can't afford to go out and buy a picnic bench online from Virginia, don't just sit there and not do anything because you can't do something big. Just do something. Just do something.
What? I have an interesting news story that I picked up on, I think it came out yesterday, where this international marketing company was doing surveys, and this is not just in the United States, but across the world. And people are willing, in Europe and Asia, to pay more money for American products because of the reputation of the country and its origin. Now, think of that. The rest of the world recognizes our quality. But we have people in our own country that don't recognize it and don't care.
That's because it's not cheap for $10.
Mark, we're on the same page. I was going to mention that as well. I was getting ready to say that. I swear, I was reading that today, where even China themselves, really want American-made products because they want the quality. All these countries overseas want our products, but yet, we buy their products. And we don't have investing in ourselves. So,
hey, did you guys see those videos on like the iPad, and iPod factories where they have like the huge nets around the buildings because people are like jumping to their deaths from these iPad factories?
I had a friend tell me about that the other day. Actually, yes, I have heard about that.
Yes, and isn't that amazing? Because I haven't heard of anybody jumping to their death from the Doritos factory. I've never heard of it.
Is that because they're making them, or they can't figure out how to operate them?
No, it's because like they have to work for 12 hours a day, and they make like so many cents an hour, and they pay so many cents a day for their food, and it's just ridiculous because there's so many people in China. Why don't they just say no? Just say, you know what, I'm not going to work, I'm not going to make you iPads, because they need that 70 cents a day, and that's what it comes down to. I am embarrassed that I have an iPhone, and I'm going to get rid of it as soon as I just need a different phone, but do I have a choice? Are there any Made in the USA cell phones? I'm almost thinking that is there?
There's another story I'm going to be posting on my website. Samsung is going to start making phones in the United States.
Hooray! Oh, wow.
Yes.
Samsung
right now, Mark.
Okay, I want one. I want two.
I'll have that story linked up there tonight. You can read it. That's another one I found the last couple days.
On usaonly.us, I'll get good find. Good find. So
I'll find me a laptop. I definitely need a laptop.
Good
you
luck.
You do need a laptop. Mm-hmm.
What's some golf clubs? Go ahead, sorry.
Well, here's another interesting fact. Talking about phones. The new Siri phone, the one you can talk to and ask it a question, I've also got this video posted on my website on the front, on the homepage. You can ask it where it was designed, and it'll say California, USA. And you ask it where it's manufactured. You ask it where it's manufactured, and it will say, that's a secret. We can't tell you. So
you know that's my video I sent you, right?
What's that?
I sent you that.
I know, and
yeah. I thank you for posting that on your page. That was awesome. Yeah, Mark's right. It's crazy. I'll say, Siri, where were you made? She'll say, it says it on the box. I was designed by Apple in California. And I'll say, Siri, where were you manufactured? And she'll say, I'm not allowed to say. And then I'll ask her one more time, and she'll say, I can't say, that's classified. And I'm thinking, okay, you can tell me where you're designed, but you can't tell me where you're made. I don't know what's behind it. It threw me off. I just wanted to try it one day, and it just shocked me. And I put that out there, and I got a lot of hits on YouTube from that. So it really threw me for a loop when it said I'm not allowed to say. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know where to go with that.
No, but it's just interesting. Mm-hmm. It's just interesting, and I'm hoping that the people that are out there listening to us tonight, they can join in the passion for Made in the USA, because it's really a movement that's not about 99% or whatever in the banks, and who cares? It's good news. This is good news, and this is a positive movement about creating jobs in America. So if anybody has any ideas, if anybody has a business that's made in the USA, then please go to usaonly.us and sign your business up. If you want to buy things online, you can look on Mark's website, and there's also Kim has a store in Brevard, North Carolina that's made in the USA. Everything in there is hand-selected by her. It's all great stuff. And then Josh Miller is, making a movie about his Made in the USA journey. Josh, and really quick, I wanted to know, so did you meet Mark before I met you?
Actually, I think I talked with Mark after we talked for the first time on the radio show. I believe that's how it went, because I jumped on his website, and then I think Mark sent me an email, because he was, the first night I was on, I think I was on after him. And we talked the next day. We talked for like an hour, and it was a good conversation. I like Mark's website. I like what he's doing, and I think that he's kind of he's out there doing what we all should be doing. Trying to figure out where everything's made here in this country, and that's what this whole thing's about. We're helping out each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's teamwork and network.
The best thing about my website, I think, is it's not going to end. We're just going to keep adding and adding companies until we find the last little old lady in Iowa making soap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm. And then hopefully it'll never end, because people will never stop starting small businesses. Boy, that was a tongue twister. Because, it's like if you think about it, if there's enough businesses in an area that are buying, for example, cardboard boxes, then pretty soon maybe there's a little private trucking company that just shuttles those boxes from where they're being made to where they need to go. And I really think that every area, every region, every state has some sort of manufacturing, and to really maximize that. And so what Mark is doing is finding the businesses and finding the products, and then what Kim's doing is she's putting into a store, and Josh is making a movie, and I'm running my big fat mouth. So, it all works out great.
Well, don't we do best?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think actually after... Go ahead. Kim talking there? I'm sorry if I interrupted her.
Somebody's got to do it, Liz.
Somebody's got to do it, and that somebody is, if you're listening and you feel like that you want to join the Made in the USA movement, you don't have to ask our permission, you don't have to be our friend, but just when you're shopping, look for Made in the USA, and then also think of things that you can do. So each one of you, we have to go in just about a minute, so give me like a 15 seconds on what Made in the USA means to you. Let's start with Kim. Go.
Okay, Made in USA means just support your country, support your neighbors, support your friends, buy USA Made. And I would love for y'all to visit my website if you would like to see an assortment in North Carolina, which is www.huntgatherandshop.com.
Okay, Josh, go.
I think Made in the USA means unity of the people and coming together to support our great nation. And I think if the people of America unite, I don't think there's anything that can possibly stop us. And that's why I'm excited about Made in the USA.
Okay, Mark, go.
Yep, it's the only thing that one individual person can do to make a difference and change our economy for our kids and their kids and the ones down the road.
System sure ain't fighting.
All right, if you're out there, thank you listening to Craft with Pride, Made in the USA, and a special thanks to our featured songwriters and singers Joe Kent and Curtis Lynn Cook. All right, good night, America.